Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Dina Moskowitz here with SaaSMAX, and I'm excited to present this snapshot webinar today, March 10th, 2016, for Intuit. And presenting with me is Simon Pass, the sales leader for the Intuit Reseller Program. And for those of you who may be new to SaaSMAX, which aren't many of you, but just in case, SaaSMAX is basically a marketplace and distributor that connects B2B business solutions with IT resellers so that both parties have opportunities to grow their revenue and bring new solutions to the customers out there. Basically, we help both sides to grow and collaborate and succeed with each other. And so we have several hundred software as a service applications in our market today, ranging from vertical to horizontal specializations, such as QuickBooks, their point-of-sale application. We've got GoToMeeting, and we've got exciting new ones like Identilect or Legal Practice Management from Clio. And the value-added resellers and solution providers are people who are really the feet on the street, who are talking to businesses and working with them and consulting to them, mostly on their technology needs, sometimes on their marketing and sales or accounting needs. But these are the people who are the resellers, influencers, and the designers of integrated solutions for businesses throughout the U.S. and globally. Thousands of IT companies are already participating in SaaSMAX. We have several joining every day, and it's a really, apologies for that. We have a very interesting community, and looks like my calendar just popped up. And anyway, you can see that a handful of them are listed on here, but they come from all walks of life, from point-of-sale experts to backup disaster recovery to pure cloud and Google app resellers, and it just ranges. So we help you as a reseller discover the right SaaS applications and earn more revenue. For example, we provide and make sure that our vendors are giving you special offers and incentives. Such as today with Intuit, they're going to enable any reseller who signs up with them through SaaSMAX to automatically skip right to the Premier program level, which is a huge value add for you in terms of what you can earn. We give you dedicated account executives so that if you need a personal concierge and are building a solution, you can call us and we can work with you on that. You can search through our directory online live and discover what the apps are, as well as their reseller programs, which is very unusual. And the data is very well sorted and delivered in a format that you become used to and is comprehensive. And then, as most of you know, we facilitate personal introductions between you and the channel chiefs and the channel managers at these vendors, which gives you the ability to get started working with the right people in their company immediately and know that you're being taken care of. And we also provide SaaS education like we're doing today, where you're learning about a new application and new opportunities directly from the vendors. And then we also are integrating an affiliate network so that you have a one-stop shop to be able to pick up the various campaigns and be able to promote those to your customers. So today I'm presenting Simon Pass, and he's a really great guy with a lot of channel experience and truly understands what it is to be a reseller and to be a value-added reseller. He's been on that side of the business himself. He's been with Intuit for over 15 years, and he really was responsible for transforming the Intuit channel into what it is today, which is a very thriving, growing program with great incentives. And prior to Intuit, he worked as a VAR himself. And so, Simon, welcome to SaaSMAX and our community, and we're looking forward to hearing your presentation.
Good morning. Thank you, Dina, and good afternoon and good morning to those on the phone. As Dina mentioned, I'm Simon Pass. I lead our reseller channel here at Intuit. And let me just tell you a little bit about Intuit and how we started. We started with a product called Quicken, which was created by our founder for his wife to manage her personal finances. She was having difficulty managing her checkbook. Our business has grown significantly since then with acquisitions of products like TurboTax, QuickBooks, and Mint. And today we are supporting over 45 million customers in the world. One thing that I will tell you is we have two goals at Intuit. We want to change the financial lives of people so profoundly they can't think about going back to the old way, and we want to do the nation's taxes. So that's just quick 30 seconds on who Intuit is. Next slide, please, Dina. Let me explain to you how we support our partners. So we have a vast partner ecosystem here at Intuit, and we partner with over 100,000 people, literally globally. The program that I run is called the Intuit Reseller Channel. It's a standard 2-tier program with a premier tier and an authorized tier. And as Dina mentioned, as a benefit to SaaSMAX members, we're allowing enrollment in the reseller channel coming directly in at the premier tier. We also support an ecosystem of about 500 developer partners. And really what we're doing with our developer partners is we want QuickBooks to be the operating system behind small business success. And we realize that our product as a standalone may not meet 100% of customers' requirements. And so we're partnering with ISVs who are creating integrated applications, working seamlessly with QuickBooks, allowing us to deliver on those customer requirements.
And so Simon, one question for you. So if a reseller is putting a bundle together for their clients and they don't see that you have an integration with a specific application yet, should they approach you with it? And are you guys responsive in following up to make that happen?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is certainly something we would want our resellers bringing directly to their channel sales manager. Oftentimes there is a solution that is in place today, but we also have developer partners who will write custom third-party applications that will talk to QuickBooks. So absolutely, that's something we would want to hear from our partners about.
Okay, that's great. All right, I moved to.
Perfect. So here are the portfolio of products that we're selling today. First and foremost, QuickBooks Online is really the next generation of accounting software out in the cloud, and we are growing really, for the first time ever, we are selling more cloud applications than we are desktop applications. So there's a full portfolio here. The three that I really want to highlight are QuickBooks Enterprise Solutions, QuickBooks Point of Sale Desktop, and the new up-and-coming QuickBooks Point of Sale powered by Revel Systems. That's where a lot of money is at. And so let me tell you exactly who we're selling to and what type of customers are buying. So we really are focused on 6 different verticals, right? Independent contractors, brand new businesses, professional services, retail, e-commerce, and nonprofit. And so really what I'm trying to get at here is there's a really vast number of customers that our products will work for, but the one that I really want to dive in on is the retail space. So let's dive into retail here next, Dina. Our new QuickBooks Point of Sale powered by Revel Systems solution is an iPad cloud-based application that's actually getting Intuit and our partners into verticals that we weren't able to address before. So we are now very heavily focused on quick service type restaurants, full service, table service bars, as well as retail. And so I've just really highlighted what this looks like. It is a really fast, really easy to use, really small footprint in the restaurant or retail store, and this is the next generation or evolution of the point of sale space. Dina, what I'm also finding is those are the verticals that Intuit is focused on, right? But we've actually seen our partners really focus on what we're coining as micro verticals. So they're really getting down in the weeds and they're understanding inside and out exactly what a cigar shop might need, or exactly what a salon might need, or a gun store. And so this is where things get really exciting for us, because Intuit, as a standalone, we can't sell into these verticals because there's requirements in industry and domain expertise that our teams don't have. And I'll get to this in a moment, but we've actually partnered with our telesales organization to do lead pass, right? And so they're qualifying and referring these types of businesses out to the channel, allowing you and I to get out there and sell the products.
Right. No, that's great. And so in other words, your point of sale product is that flexible that it allows a reseller, if they have a unique niche, to be able to customize it to really adopt and be very domain specific.
Absolutely. And I should say, Dina, that domain expertise, although I'm highlighting point of sale here today, a lot of that crosses over into our accounting software as well with QuickBooks Online Pro, Premier, and QuickBooks Enterprise Solutions.
Great, great. And you know, something else I've heard from some of your resellers is that you have a very active community of your resellers, and that they share that knowledge amongst each other and can then even cross-refer when they identify a unique niche like that. Is that what you're finding as well?
Yeah, we've actually created a domain expertise search tool for our resellers, so they can go in and search for something, and it's sort of like a match.com. They can find one of their peers that focuses on that, and it connects them together really quickly and easily.
Excellent.
So that's a little bit about Intuit and the products that we sell, but really what I wanted to highlight, gang, is what's in it for you. So first off, what's in it for you, Dina mentioned this, we're going to bring in SaaSMAX partners at our Premier level. So I've highlighted the Premier member benefits for you. I'm not going to read through them. I'll allow you to do that. But what I want to jump to is the section in the middle. And this section in the middle is predictive and perpetual residuals for you. Right? So our partners are using QuickBooks, whether it's the accounting software or the point-of-sale software, as a foot in the door to win this residual revenue streams. So things like credit card processing, which we call Intuit Payments, and many different types of payroll. And you'll see that those residuals range anywhere from 20 to 40% ongoing. And so this is one of the areas that I really wanted to highlight, because other than your professional services and the value you bring to the customers, this will be one of your largest revenue streams through our program.
Got it. And Simon, if for a regular authorized partner, in order to go from authorized to Premier, what is usually the benchmark?
Yeah, so we differentiate our tiers by revenue, right? And so just going back a few years ago, we actually had a one-size-fits-all program, and really what we wanted to do was encourage the sale of our products and the delighting of our customers. And so it's a $30,000 threshold. Once you sell $30,000, you're eligible for the Premier tier, and you're eligible for significantly more member benefits than you would get at authorized.
Got it. Okay, so as everyone can hear, this is a big value to be able to start right in at these levels and tiers and be able to benefit from them. That's great.
That's right. And the other thing that I'll just highlight here, and thanks for transitioning, perfect timing, is it's rare that one of our resellers sells a point solution. It's rare that they're just selling QuickBooks. And we actually find that people come in and start selling the Intuit stack. They're getting in the door with QuickBooks. It's the brand that everyone knows and trusts, right? And then we've got the ability to attach credit card processing and payroll, as well as those third-party applications, which are driving that residual income for you. This is one thing that I want to dive a little bit deeper on with payments and payroll, because it is a differentiator for us in our channel organization versus others in the industry. So if you hop to the next slide, really what our resellers' role for credit card processing and for payroll is to identify, qualify, and refer. And so I take on the cost of hiring W-2 employees that are dedicated sales staff for my resellers, right? So you don't have to be an expert in payroll. You don't have to be an expert in credit card processing. You just have to identify that the need is there and inform your dedicated payroll rep or merchant service rep who to call. They handle everything. And the one thing that I wanted to highlight for you is, of the leads that our resellers are sending to the channel, I'm just showing, or sending to their reps, on the left-hand side, you'll see with payments, we actually have a 47% conversion rate on those leads. So it's a really high quality lead source for Intuit, and the folks that we've got making those sales are just world-class salespeople dedicated to you.
Great.
So, did you have a question, Dina?
Yeah, well, one question was just this little graph on the left. This also is basically a graph that you'll be able to see in your own in your reseller portal with QuickBooks, right? With Intuit.
That's right. So the portal that we've created is a bidirectional communication mechanism that allows partners to refer leads over to their dedicated rep. The dedicated rep then manages their pipeline in that tool, and so we're giving real-time sales stage updates and progress reports out to our channel partners. So that's both for payments and payroll. And then we also have a really slick lead registration portal that allow you to register any QuickBooks Pro, Premier, Enterprise, or point of sale opportunities that you're engaged with. which will allow visibility for your channel sales manager to proactively reach out and offer assistance in the sales process.
Okay, great. And then just to be clear, different applications have different types of reseller programs, right? In terms of some of them being a wholesale purchase with a margin on top, whereas others are more of a referral sort of with a tracking and deal registration, right?
Yes, so we've got a couple different models. So we have a commission model. So for our QuickBooks Enterprise Solution product, which is our high-end mid-market solution allowing up to 30 users, we do a commission on that of 28%. So you, as a partner, would help facilitate a transaction between Intuit and your end user, and we would pay you a 28% commission. So what this allows you to do is build a business model on consistent, predictable commissions coming through versus having to eat into your own margin to potentially cut a deal. So that's one model. The second is the residual model, which I think I've hit on, where we do a profit share or a bill share for the life of that customer with you. We also do bounties, right? We give a one-time finder's fee for some of our products. And then lastly is the traditional resale model. So where we buy or we sell to you at a discount, you mark up and sell to your end user. And that model is used for QuickBooks Pro, QuickBooks Premier, and QuickBooks Point of Sale Desktop.
Great. And so basically for any of the ones that are recurring, you are always providing perpetual commissions, right, for the life of those agreements, which is really fabulous.
Yeah, and those add up really quickly. So I can give you some examples of that, but that is probably the number one benefit of our program, other than sales leads, which I'll get into.
Okay.
So let's talk about a couple more program benefits for you. So what are the benefits of being in the program? And I'll just highlight a couple along the side. There's rebates and marketing funds. So this is a pay-for-performance program. So as you sell more, we're going to reward that and send you additional rebates. We're actually going to help you fund some of your own local lead generation. So we've got MDF dollars that will be made available. You get a dedicated channel sales manager. And then really interesting is this thing called a partner locator. We make it super easy for prospects and for existing customers to find our partners. And so this locator is a great lead generation source for our partners, right? And so we're just funneling phone calls out to the channel.
Great. And that is something that is fairly unique when it comes to SaaS line of business applications, is that you are very proactively driving leads to your resellers.
Yeah, I mean, I think the approach that we're taking here, Dina, which is different, is we let the customer choose. The customer informs us how they want to buy. Do they want to buy through their accountant? Do they want to buy through a reseller? Do they want to buy through Best Buy? Do they want to buy via the phone? And we want to ensure that we're offering the best possible customer experience we can. And what's unique to us in the reseller channel is we have value-added services that none of those other channels have, and that's what's really fueled this crazy growth that we're seeing of about 40% year over year.
Got it. Excellent. There's actually one question that came in that might be relevant here, but we could wait, but I'll ask it to you now, which is that if you're selling, let's say, QuickBooks Point of Sale, are you required to use QuickBooks Processing, or can you use other processors?
So you can use other processors should you choose. The benefit of using processing with Intuit is the seamless integration and the auto reconciliation of those credit cards back into QuickBooks. So that's the value. We've also really tried to dumb down credit card processing. And many of you that are getting credit card statements, a lot of people don't know actually what they're being charged each month. And so we have really simplified things to something called True Key, True Swipe. So there's no longer three-tier pricing. You swipe a credit card, you know exactly what rate you're being charged, whether it's a standard card, a reward card, an American Express card, it's guaranteed the same rate. So there's value in using us, but sure, you could use someone else, but you just wouldn't have the time savings of the integration.
Got it. Okay. But in terms of if they like the application, but they already had an established processor that they need to keep the relationship with, this is not a deal killer. They can definitely use your application.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, we actually run promotional campaigns for people to switch, where many of them are locked into a contract, and we'll actually provide funds to buy out that contract to move to Intuit.
Okay, well that's definitely good to know.
So I wanted really to try and quantify this for the folks on the phone or listening to the recording, and here's what this looks like. The QuickBooks Enterprise, again, our high-end product, the average user count that we sell is between 5 and 7, so I want to give a 5-user example. But essentially for selling one customer, you're going to get just shy of $1,000 in commission on the sale, and you're going to enjoy a residual revenue stream on that of 10% in year 2. Second one is point of sale, right? Average sale is a 3 register, so you can see what you would sell to the customer at, you can see what your discount is, and then in the future, each year with that point of sale desktop, you have the opportunity to upgrade them to the latest and greatest at a 40% discount. And then payments, this is the average customer, right, for you guys, but it's a 40% profit share. So depending on their charge volume, and we're actually seeing this in the reseller channel, as we move more and more up market, the charge volume is going up. And so you're going to see a 40% for the life of that. Same thing with payroll, 25%. And you'll see if you're adding 10 clients a year, what that residual looks like in year 1, year 2, and year 3, and it's growing really rapidly, assuming you're delighting your customers and they're staying with Intuit.
Got it. And we were talking the other day about one of your resellers that's actually built up to how much per month in income?
Yeah, it's about $70,000 a month we're sending out for one reseller. So it's a really nice residual. I think it really builds consistent, predictable revenue for the small business owner. And this individual has staffed up knowing that this money is coming in each month, right? And they've gone from 1 to about 20 employees over the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
So this is another really exciting thing for you on the phone is, as I mentioned, we allow our customers to tell us how they want to buy. So you'll see on Intuit web forms, anytime we're doing lead capture, you'll see there's a checkbox where they can opt in for local help. And so we today are funneling out to our resellers. It's almost 50-50, but we're passing 45% of the leads out to you guys. So we're helping fill your pipelines so that you've got stuff that you can be selling to. Now, there's still a significant amount of lead generation that's done locally through seminars, trade shows, webinars, etc. But we feel as though this is a big benefit specifically for the Premier tier in our program. Premier tier are the only folks that are having leads routed from Intuit out to them.
Exactly. So there you go. That's the additional benefit of being a Premier. It's not only is your initial sales amount waived, but you immediately qualify to start receiving these leads.
That's right, and you're going to be in the Reseller Locator Directory. Reseller Locator Directory is also exclusive to the Premier tier. So incremental to leads, we actually, based on our partner council feedback, have created a Tier 2 support hotline, right? So not only are we helping you acquire customers, but we're helping you delight them by getting you to the best possible phone support agents we can. And it's just one number you've got to remember, and then you click through the different options that we have.
Okay, great, great. And just to be clear, because we like to just make sure that, we know you're extremely channel friendly already, but the reseller always maintains the relationship with the client, even if there's these the communications that go on directly between the client and Intuit, right?
That's right. So yeah, the reseller owns the relationship. The reseller can choose how much assistance pre-sale they might want, right? So we're here to handhold. We're also here to stay out of the way and just provide you guys support.
Okay.
So really a little bit more of what's in it for you is we've actually created some really impressive web content. We call it the Resource Center that allows you to track and identify any new collateral that we've created. So there's a little screenshot of it on the left, but we're giving you leads, we're giving you training, custom collateral. Content syndication is really cool. You can subscribe to our HTML, and so as we're making product enhancements, we're updating the HTML, and all of those updates are automatically pushed to your website. And there's a ton of lead generation tools, including email templates and whatnot, that you can have access to as well.
Okay, perfect. And then do you offer any sort of additional campaigns related to, for example, tax season coming up or other things that make the materials and the advertising more relevant and timely that they can use as well?
Yeah, there's absolutely, different seasonal promotions that we put together. I know at the end of the calendar year, a lot of people are wanting to, their accountant has said, hey, you made too much money this year, you ought to spend some. And so there's incentives that we run at the calendar year end to incent people, but that happens throughout the year.
Okay. So this is something I thought was very, I was just going to sort of lead you into this. I think this is a great thing for resellers to know about as well. So go ahead, Simon.
Yeah, so usually quarterly what we do is we host an event called Demo Days, and this is an example of one that we did at our Tucson, Arizona call center, but we've done them in Fredericksburg, Virginia, Colorado, Oregon, etc. Is we want everyone at Intuit to know what the value-added services of our reseller channel is, and so we actually invite them in, and all the support agents come through and learn what they do, all the telesales agents, all the product managers, all the developers, and really this has allowed us to give future roadmap enhancements to products, but also collaborate across telesales, where if telesales identifies a type of solution that they know they can't sell to, but they've been exposed to that point solution through one of these demo days, they qualify and refer the business out to the channel, and then our channel partners close it. And when they close it, we compensate the telesales rep. And so this partnership that we've had in place with telesales for the last 4 years has really grown and is driving significant lead volume out to our resellers.
Excellent. Okay.
So lastly here, and I just want to say, I put my email on this slide, and if you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, want to learn more, go ahead and shoot me an email and I can connect you with the right people on our end. But just to sort of wrap a bow around everything, we've got a very lucrative residual revenue income for you. We're going to give you leads, you're going to get your premier designation, there's tons of sales and marketing collateral that's available for you. I can introduce you to your dedicated channel sales managers. And we find in the SMB space that we are the trusted brand, right? And so adding Intuit to your portfolio, adding QuickBooks, adding Intuit Payroll, a lot of you already use these products internally to run your own business, so it's very easy for you to pitch the benefit to a prospect or one of your customers, right? Pitch the ROI that you've experienced and the time savings you've experienced by using our tools.
Great, great. Hold on, let me just look away. Well, I guess that brought us to the end very quickly and efficiently. And so, Simon, that was fabulous. Thank you so much for the presentation. I'm just going to see if there's anyone who has any questions. We welcome you to type them in. It looked like I had the question again. I think someone who might have arrived late had asked about payment processing and payroll needing to be Intuit's products, and so the answer to that is no. You can certainly sell each of the QuickBooks products independently of each other.
That's right. And the one thing I will point out for payroll is we have do-it-yourself payroll, but we also have a full-service payroll offering that competes head-to-head with folks like ADP and Paychex. And a little-known fact about Intuit that many people don't know is Intuit has more payroll customers than ADP and Paychex combined. So we are hands down the leader, and we can do all the paperwork for them, pay all the employees, take care of all the taxes and paperwork. It's a service we offer, and that's really our fastest growing payroll offering today.
Got it. All right, so another question is really simple. It's how exactly do we sign up for this benefit to get the Premier entitlement?
So go back one slide for me. So at the bottom of the screen, right above my email, is intuitreseller.com. So you would go out there, you would fill out a form. It's going to ask you if you have an account with distribution. We have partnerships with D&H, Ingram, and Blue Star. If you do, there's a certain path that you would follow. If you don't, there's another path that you would follow. And I would ask in your application, just mention the brand SaaSMAX, and we will ensure that those are accelerated for you and we onboard you as quickly as we possibly can.
Exactly. And the other thing you can do is you can contact us through SaaSMAX and either Clinton Gatewood or one of your other account executives, and we can make the personal introduction to Simon if you prefer to do it that way, and then it's all formally known. So feel free to do it that way as well. All right. I don't think if you have any other questions, type them in quickly because our goal is to, there is another. Okay. When I refer a client to QuickBooks Online, is that part of the reseller program?
Yep. So go back, if you could, a couple slides, and in the member benefits section, we make it really simple. A couple more back. It'll look just like that one, but yeah, here we go. So here's what we do with QuickBooks Online, and there's a couple models that we have, but essentially we try and make it really simple and easy to do. You can activate QuickBooks Online through our web activation process, right? So you would place an order in the system, and we would activate and ensure that the account was provisioned for you right away, and we give you a $100 bounty for that. There's another technology that we use, we call it a QuickBooks microsite. So I can give you a unique URL that you can put on your website, right? And you can drive traffic there and people sign up for QuickBooks. They sign up for a 30-day trial. Right as that trial ends and they pop in their credit card, we start paying bounty commissions out. So that's a really scalable way for if you have a heavily trafficked website to sell a lot of QuickBooks Online.
Okay. So here's another question. It actually says the Ingram reseller email on the Intuit sign-up page is wrong, getting NDR when emailing them. So I thank you for that information, and Simon, I guess you should probably take a look at that.
Yeah, I will, certainly, and I tell you what, email me directly and I can take care of it. Okay,
great. And then someone says, how do I get that specific access? I assume it's to that kind of link or whatever. It says I'm converting my clients for WBO. So basically, yeah, okay, so I'll bring up Simon's email again, and you can just see if you can send it directly to Simon. Here you go. It's at the bottom of the screen. Great. All right, good. Well, thank you all for staying on the call this long. I don't know if anyone has any more questions, but everyone is still here hanging in there, so I assume there might be others. But in the meantime, Simon, thank you so much. Again, to everyone who's on this line, we've recorded this webinar. And so if you want to listen to it again or share it with your colleagues or your employees or whoever, we will have this available. We'll be emailing it to you. We'll also be posting it on our blog. And again, if you need direct connection to Simon, either email him directly through simon_pass@intuit.com or let us know at SaaSMAX, and we'll be happy to forward you a personal introduction, or you can even go through their listing profile on SaaSMAX.com. So everyone, have a great day. Thank you again for being on the call. And remember, with SaaSMAX, we are bringing you lots of great new solutions, innovative ones that are all channel friendly. And so signing up as a reseller is free. It's really our goal is to create the right sales value chain for both vendors and for resellers to have the best opportunities to bring their clients and then earn recurring revenue. So Simon, thank you again. Have a great day, everyone, and we look forward to our next Snapshot webinar with you.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.